If your favorite beat drops like a bombshell, you're in for a shock. Sean P. Diddy Combs, the name synonymous with hip-hop royalty, is now under the harshest spotlight. Accused of running a crime syndicate, the Combs enterprise, this isn't just conspiracy theory, it's cold, hard fact, and this freaky ninja, also known as the Diddler, may be facing life in prison. From glitzy freak-off parties to gritty underworld baby oil dealings, P. Diddy, aka Oil Chapo, allegedly orchestrated an empire of crime under our very noses. Money laundering, racketeering, kidnapping, trafficking and more, these charges are straight out of a gangster film. As the FBI tightens its net, one question remains: how did this bad boy manage to keep this double life under wraps for so long? The answer could shake the music industry to its core. Witnesses and insiders are coming forward, revealing a dark side of fame and fortune. P. Diddy, once the king of beats, now faces a future behind bars, and instead of Diddy bopping in videos wearing a red shiny suit next to Mace, he may end up rocking an orange jumpsuit and getting diddled by a dude named Tiny for the rest of his days. What's next for hip-hop's fallen emperor? Stay tuned to The Source as this jaw-dropping saga unfolds. This is not just a scandal, it's a seismic shift in hip-hop culture. Don't miss out. Hit the like and subscribe buttons. And for the latest updates, be sure to continue listening to The Source, your source for celebrity news.
All right, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. I was just over here playing with a little AI on the computer, and I'm like, yo, it's amazing how when you add a British accent to all this Diddy news, it makes it sound so sinister. Alright, so let me get serious, because the attorney Tony Busby from the Busby law firm just did a press conference where he announced that he's getting ready to hit Sean Puffy Combs, aka the Diddler, with another 120 lawsuits. During his press conference, Tony Busby jumped on a mic and said that his law firm is currently representing approximately 120 individuals who allege that they were actually assaulted by Sean P. Diddy Combs. During the press conference, Tony also shared that 60 of the alleged victims are women and 60 are men, and the majority hail from New York, California, Atlanta, and Florida. 60% are black, 30% white, and the rest are Hispanic and Asian. In a shocking new revelation, Tony Busby also said that Diddy's youngest accusers were 9 and 14 years old respectively during the time of the alleged assault. Oh my goodness, it's like every time you think it can't get worse, it does.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
Let me tell you something. If this turns out to be true, then not only does Diddy have to go down, but we're going to have to weed out all of his co-conspirators. Because one of the big mistakes that I think that they made with R. Kelly is that once they locked R. Kelly up, they didn't continue to arrest everybody in his circle who helped him commit the crimes. See, these dudes are not acting alone. They have circles and circles of people who are helping them carry these things out. So each one of them needs to go down too. I don't care whether it's the butcher, the baker, or the baby oil maker. Anybody who helped P. Diddy commit these crimes needs to be in a cell right next door to him. Now, the attorney also alleged that the crimes took place over a long span of time ranging between 1991 all the way up until 2024 after the feds raided Diddy's homes. Busby also added that the majority of victims were abused after 2015 and 50% filed police reports when the alleged crimes took place. See, right here, for me, is where you run into a whole nother problem. Because 50% of 120 is 60. And if 60 people went and filed police reports against Diddy when the alleged abuse happened, then we gonna have to look into the police. Because I'm trying to figure out why the police in all of these different jurisdictions never ever went to question or pick up P. Diddy. I mean, I do recall a party where P. Diddy told all of the people at the party to get the kids out the house because CPS was on their way. But I'm also talking about the police. How come the police weren't knocking on that dude's door?
I think I made my point clear. So the child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kids downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much. I think I made my point clear. So the child welfare come in here in 30 minutes. My kids downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
Now, although P. Diddy said that all of the kids had to go, we now know, based on some of Diddy's alleged victims, that all of the kids didn't go. Watch this.
Diddy parties, those are assault parties, and I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors. And a party favors means that you're set on top of a table and you're used as a toy for anybody who comes across the table. When the music stops and then the DJ starts flashing all these lights and they close the doors, and then everybody turns into like a frenzy and starts going into a crazed animal-like demonic state.
Alright, so back to Tony Busby in the press conference. After giving us all of that information, Tony Busby went on to say that many of Diddy's alleged victims went and sought medical attention after they were abused. And when they got to the hospital, the doctors tested their blood, and when they got those tests back, the doctors found a horse tranquilizer called xylazine, also known as Trink, in their systems. Source: the New York Post recently did an expose on what xylazine does to people. I mean, it turns them into zombies. Can you please show the people what this darn junk does? Right there is crazy. Did you see that? Whatever this stuff is, it has people walking around on the streets looking like zombies. I mean, real talk. Do you understand how sick you have to be as an individual to put that in somebody else's drink without them knowing? I mean, that right there is absolutely bananas. But then again, what more can you expect from a dude who's in the background dancing like a ballerina while his friends gift him a platinum pipe?
Hold on, both of y'all. Let's get both of y'all. Ain't no dick riding going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about ballin' and just this and that. I think y'all thinking watch, rolly, bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is how we the whole crew smokes, you know?
Everybody smokes.
This is what I got for him.
Let's
zip it on that.
Let me zip in on it. About
Ice Face, PD, guaranteed to get charged, Blicky, aka Pipe.
Now, let me zoom in on the Blicky.
What y'all niggas know?
I wasn't here to put it down last night. We were putting it down tonight for BIG. Yeah. We may just, I don't know, we may just spend, I don't even know what we're going to do tonight. You know, I hotel or some shit. I don't even know. You know.
What type of sensitive shit is that?
All the double X show that is too smooth.
Yeah, and I just want to let everybody know my man got an afro in the middle of his shit.
Yeah, but at least it's a little deep in there. All right, boom, nigga, stick a couple of quarters in there. Blah. This is the drool of the day. You better be good. Hang with me tonight, because we're going to have some fun.
Yo, you know how to ride a stick shift, right?
Oh, okay. I was just going to talk bad about him. Yeah, I just read talk bad about him.
Anyhow, back to the conference. The Busby law firm continued on to say that contrary to popular belief, this isn't going to be a class action lawsuit like we all first thought. Instead, each of these cases is going to be filed independently in the jurisdiction where the crime first took place, and each of these cases is going to stand on its own merits. He also added that other high-profile names that'll shock you, who were willing participants in each of Diddy's crimes, will be revealed at the time when each case is filed, because he's going after those people too. Now, in the midst of all of these P. Diddy lawsuits dropping, a whole lot of people online are doing a whole lot of speculating, and they're making a whole lot of lists and checking them twice of individuals and celebrities who just may end up being involved in the Diddy cases. Take a look at some of the names that are circulating online and let me know if you think that people online are correct. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends.
Famous celebrities involved in the Diddy case.
Yo, as you can see, speculation on social media is running rampant, and I mean, they're just listing everybody. And I'm like, yo, how in the world do you have Michael Jackson listed as one of the Diddler's potential victims? Anyhow, I think that we're just gonna have to wait to see who's actually involved in these cases. And I can almost guarantee you that between 30 to 60 days from now, Hollywood, the music industry, all of these sports franchises, and our government are gonna be in shambles. Because I believe, unfortunately, that more people than you can even think of from all of these industries were involved in some of P. Diddy's crimes. Anyway, as I was watching the press conference, I was over here laughing. Not because any of this is funny, but because I'm starting to think that some of these attorneys out here actually watched the source. Because if you remember, about 2.5 weeks ago, I jumped online and I dropped a video. And in that video, I said that if you really want to take down a dude like Diddy, you gotta nuke this dude. You gotta drop like 100 lawsuits on this dude at once. And I said that you should do it on National Diddy Day, which should be October 31st. And guess what? This dude right here just said that he's dropping the first of these 100 lawsuits in 30 days, which is what? October 31st. Wow. Now, when talking about the abuse, Tony Busby also went on to share what he said was P. Diddy's MO. And he said that Diddy's MO is as follows. When somebody's around Diddy, the victim is lured into a situation where they're given a drink, which is laced with a substance. Once the person drinks the drink, which we now know may be laced with a drink, and that drink takes effect, actual acts are then performed on the victim while they're passed out. And Diddy often passes around that victim to others while several other actors, quote unquote, watch the show. When the victim comes to, they're often like thrown to the wayside and threatened and told not to say anything. And if they don't comply, they're told that something might happen to them. So they usually don't say anything due to fear of reprisal. Due to this fact, Tony Busby says that his clients are suing Diddy for actual assault, actual abuse, facilitating acts with a controlled substance, prostitution, actual misconduct, dissemination of video recordings, false imprisonment, and actual abuse of minors. I mean, if you're Diddy, this is bad. I mean, really bad. I mean, 12 lawsuits was bad enough. But when you're talking about getting sued by 132 people, I mean, there's no way that you're walking away from that unscathed. Because, I mean, even if your dream team of lawyers that you assembled can knock down like 50 of the lawsuits and prove that they're not true, you still got 82 to go. And guess what? You're not winning 82 lawsuits. So, I mean, based on the law of averages, when this whole thing is all said and done, P. Diddy is officially gonna be broke. I mean, broke. I mean, not even able to afford commissary broke. Now, in an interesting turn of events, according to the Daily Mail, Wendy Williams has finally shared her opinion on the diddler. In an article published on October 1st, which is today, but you're going to see this video tomorrow, the Daily Mail says that they were able to contact Wendy Williams, and when they did, they asked Wendy about P. Diddy being arrested, and she allegedly said, quote, "What's really weird is that I've been told by so many people, Wendy, you called it, including some people in my family who have said the same," end quote. When discussing the Cassie video, Wendy went on to allegedly say, quote, "You know how I feel about that. It's about time. To see this video on TV of Cassie getting pummeled, it's just a horror. But now you have to think, how many more times, how many people, how many more women? It's just so horrible," end quote. Listen, all I can say is this. If people had listened to Wendy Williams like 2-3 decades ago when she was trying to warn everybody about P. Diddy and his proclivities, along with his quote-unquote mattress parties, and yes, Wendy Williams did talk about P. Diddy's mattress parties. Can you imagine just how many people would have been saved from the diddler? But no, everybody wanted to paint Wendy Williams as the villain while painting P. Diddy as the saint. Why? I guess because he likes to wear white. But now we realize that Wendy Williams had it right the whole time. I mean, isn't it ironic how sometimes the person who everybody thinks is the bad guy ends up being the good guy, whereas the person who everybody swears up and down is the good guy ends up being a problem? You know what? Shout out to Wendy, because unlike a lot of people, at least Wendy Williams was out here 20-30 years ago trying to sound the alarm on the diddler. Now, I'm going to end this video here today because I just wanted to jump on and give you a really quick recap of that news conference. But I'll be back tomorrow, and be sure to tune in because I'm working on a story that just might expose some of P. Diddy's co-conspirators. Listen, let me know what you think about Tony Busby and the Busby law firm hitting P. Diddy over the head with 120 new lawsuits. Do you think they're legit, or do you think, source, this isn't nothing more than a big time money grab? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.